Every year, Illinois taxpayers are on the hook for hundreds of millions of dollars paying for the after effects of gun crime. Expenses like ambulances, courtroom costs, and imprisonment. Families of victims are on the line for funerals, lost wages, and additional child care. Now there's a new push in Springfield to get gun manufacturers to foot some of those bills. Political reporter Chris Ty explains how this might work, but a warning, some of these images may be disturbing to some viewers.
I was exhausted with calling time of death on people who looked like me.
It was in the ER at U Chicago Medicine in the middle of the night, in the middle of COVID, when it happened.
I've called the time of death on more people than I can remember.
Violence was spiking. Dr.
Sir.
Anthony Douglas was face-to-face with Chicago's gun violence victims in their final moments.
There's nothing that really prepares you mentally, emotionally for when 8-year-olds, 10-year-olds, 13, 16, 24, 60-year-olds look you in the eyes and ask you, are they going to die? Those things stick with you. You know, you don't forget, being soaked in other people's blood at the end of the night.
So he began to sketch out an idea where gun makers whose products are involved in an accident or homicide pay into a state victims fund, a fund paid for by gun makers, then paid out to cover costs the taxpayers and victims' families currently pick up.
Medical care, law enforcement, judicial costs, funeral and burial expenses.
The idea has gained steam and has now become this, what's known as the Rifle Act.
We just need it now to be.
Now awaiting a vote in Springfield, it would have helped loved ones like Trevon Bosley.
I lost my brother Terrell Bosley to gun violence in April 4th, 2006. He was a gospel bass player who was shot and killed at church getting ready for band rehearsal.
He's helping push the bill through Springfield. If successful, advocates say gun makers would pick up 7% of the overall cost of gun violence in Illinois.
As it stands, they currently, don't pay anything, while us as taxpayers not only pay the emotional burden, but we pay the financial burden as well.
But you're committing the crimes. I don't understand. So let's not blame the community members for causing said crime. Let's blame the person that made the item that made you go out there and commit this crime. Is that what you're saying? Is that what y'all implying? Let's create a fund for the gun makers to fund. This could be corrupt so quickly. They'll even start the violence just so the gun makers can fund the violence. So then the money goes to the state, and the state use the money for what y'all don't think it goes to. Like, come on, bro. Like, is y'all using y'all brain? The Rifle Act is criminal. It's literally criminal. Like, I've went over this. The problem I'm having with this concept is that it's like fear mongering. Like you causing fear in the community and blaming now the makers of a device that protects people, because the people that are using to kill each other are the reason why it's happening. He said this guy right here is the designer of the Rifle Act. The Rifle Act is saying that not only we're going to charge, because this in the state of Illinois, it's not just one thing. Right here, this statement is just saying, let's charge let's charge the gun manufacturers a percentage of the violence that happens in Chicago, because the violence in Chicago is done by a certain gun. So Glock got to pay you because somebody wants to modify a Glock and use it for a crime that they stole it from a law-abiding citizen. That doesn't even make sense. And then y'all don't understand. If you're not from the state of Illinois, you don't understand when they put one thing in a bill, it's multiple things in a bill. Not only do they have that, they want to serialize every bullet in Illinois. They want to serialize every bullet in Illinois that will cause the manufacturing cost of every ammunition in Illinois to go up. This is how they keep track of things in our state. They want you to, it's like, I thought we had the freedom. I thought we had the Second Amendment right. It's no rights no more. They're making it like a privilege. You know what I mean? They're basically trying to take it away from us. Like, this is a threat to everybody. How do you charge somebody for a crime that you committed? That's like a knife manufacturer. Was it KitchenAid? Whoever makes knives. You take a knife manufacturer. This person goes and buy a knife from Jewel or Walmart. Then he goes and stabs an individual with it. And now we have to charge the manufacturer of the knives for the violence of the crime of the person that used the knife? Why is it the manufacturer's problem? He's just the knife maker. Well, he made it. Did the person he give it to was a legal person to have it? How is he supposed to know the legal or the mental status of the individual that has the gun? That's not his responsibility. That's the responsibility of the government to kind of filter, right? This is, and then the reason I hate this even more is that you got a black man right here trying to, I had seen more people die more than I can count. Sir, you're a surgeon in Chicago. What do you expect? Of course you did. Like, what are you supposed to make me have sympathy? How am I have sympathy for something that we have allowed to happen for centuries? I mean, for decades at least. I can't have sympathy for it because of the fact that y'all allow it to happen. And then this doesn't happen in other communities. Not like that. It's happening in these certain communities. And now you're trying to, let's charge the manufacturer of the firearm. Then y'all already take the guns away and restrict them. What next? Remove the guns? Prister already have a ban on the guns for the last 3 years. What do y'all want next? See, I'm an advocate for 2A all the time because of the fact is it's not the fault of the manufacturer, it's the fault of the person that has the firearm. How you gonna fault Glock? How you gonna fault Smith & Wesson? Sig Sauer? How you gonna fault them? Springfield? How you gonna fault them? It's not their fault. It's the person that has the gun, not the gun manufacturer. So now the gun manufacturer must fund this individual. That's nonsense. And I hate that black people have to be the face of that because it makes us look stupid as hell because it sounds dumb as hell. Am I wrong?
This industry socializes the public costs but privatizes the profits.
Opponents of the Rifle Act, including the NRA, say it's unfair to make manufacturers pay, especially in cases where firearms are legally purchased, then illegally sold and used for crimes. It would also mean a likely jump in gun prices, which may be politically unpopular. Despite that, advocates say they have the votes in Springfield. But
we're in a re-election year, which means that it's challenging to have controversial bills be called for a vote and legislators to have to make a decision.
You're optimistic.
Very.
Optimistic that future families of gun violence won't have to endure what his family did.
What would your brother think about this?
I think my brother would be super excited to know that his little brother is continuing to fight and trying to make sure other families don't go through the same experience.
If this gets approved, it would be the first program of its kind anywhere in the country. Advocates are hoping to get this in under the legislative deadline this session, which would be May the 31st. They're hoping to put pressure on Senate President Don Harmon to make that happen. In the Loop, Chris Ty, CBS News.
This is screwed, man. When it comes to 2A, bro, I'm going to always try to protect the Second Amendment of our country. The second, okay, that protects our first. Bro, people are confused. And you know why they confused? Because instead of them blaming the act of people, they're not even blaming the mental health status of the people that are shooting each other. They're not even blaming the parents that allow these kids to go out and do what the hell they want. They're not even blaming circumstance of poverty. They're literally got to blame the gun maker now. Prister already banned the guns. Literally. Chicago, you cannot have over 10 rounds. I guarantee you his son or his brother got killed with somebody that had a 30-round clip. A criminal. They can ban it, but it doesn't matter when the criminals are stealing the guns, doing what they want to do with the guns. So they're saying, okay, criminal can steal guns from law-abiding citizen, and then we're going to blame the manufacturer because that citizen did not secure his gun because that was the law. And he should have. Bro, we are confused, bro. And we get one or two things. Everybody's just going to leave the fucking state, or a lot of people are just not going to obey it, bro. Like, come on, they already have we got to go through a whole process. I just renewed my CCL. Look, we have to go through already hella process to get a FOID. Then we got to go through a hella process to get concealed carry when other states are just concealed carry. Like, we got to get licensure. Like, I have to wait months for you to approve something I've already had just to keep a right that I've already had. You get what I'm saying? And then people that are law-abiding citizens are the ones suffering. These are grannies, people. That's why when you seen this little protest right here, look, those are white people. You know why they're white people? Because those are the ones obeying the rules. Family of black. Family of black. Family of black. They're obeying the rules. Not saying that there's not some that don't. I'm just saying that the ones that are obeying the rules are also the ones protecting the Second Amendment right, because now they suffer because certain community members like to do what the hell they want to do. Like shoot at each other and steal firearms. So now everybody suffers. Now we blame the manufacturer of the gun. Now this might not be like, you might not like what I'm saying, but this is the truth. This is the truth. And it's unfortunately that everybody has to suffer from the inconvenience and the carelessness of a few. You get what I'm saying? Because these guys got to suffer too. Now they got to get their firearms tracked. Now they have to not protect their families because some individual community members want to do what the hell they want to do and want to be gang members and shoot at each other and kill innocent bystanders. So now you convince the black man to protest against certain guns because it looks better when a black man does it. It sure does. The Rifle Act is more than the companies paying for violence that's happening in Chicago. And then we have to be reliant that the city's even going to use the funds for the right reasons. Come on, bro. See, I don't even like to get on these subjects because it makes me upset that the fact that we trust the government enough to take the funds from these companies, because they'll tax the companies and they'll get the money. And after they get the money, the citizens will never see that money ever. They never do. It will just be laundered back into a different structure. How about we increase the police presence? Huh? How about we get drones in the sky? You know, how about the shot callers, you know, the shot stoppers or whatever? And like, what is y'all doing for real? Y'all not doing nothing. Oh, let's penalize the manufacturers of the guns. The people shooting the guns ain't even supposed to have the guns. So you telling me how they get it? You think the manufacturers just selling them the guns, or y'all letting people get their guns stolen, or y'all getting them up? People running the stores, bro. I be seeing videos like this all the time. They'll take a car, run that bitch right through the front door. 10 motherfuckers in the gun store, stealing hella guns. It's just like that. Easy. Easy. Guns all on the streets. You know what I'm saying? It's a slippery slope, bro. We're falling apart in Chicago. Now, I'll be honest, bro, eventually I think everybody should just leave it. The city's gonna crumple. The people in the city is causing trouble for the whole state, bro. This little city, it's not a little city, but this city, major city of the United States of America, that this little piece of Illinois is causing trouble for all Illinoisans in the whole state. And instead of them enforcing the rules with more law enforcement, they instead will penalize the whole state and every law-abiding citizen from the north to the south of Illinois. It's a damn shame. I tell you that, it's a damn shame that we are even considering this. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section, man. So this is sad, man. And it's even sad it's even on the table. Of course, he wants to, he acting like he getting the money, G. Let's charge the motherfucking gun makers for the money like he getting the bread. Bro, you not getting the bread. The bread gonna go into the hands of the politicians. They gonna put it back in their pocket and give them a raise. Come on now. Y'all think it's gonna go to the families? Y'all think it's gonna go to the medical staff? Sir, you're still gonna have to pay that bill. You think it's gonna go into the pockets of the surgeons? Sir, you're still going to have to pay that bill. Sorry. The police officer's not going to get it. The fire department's not going to get it. The surgeons are not going to get it. The hospital's not going to get that money. You know, it's going to go in Pritz's fat pockets. Facts. Tell me I'm lying. If I'm lying, I'm crying and I'm dying. But I ain't dying because I ain't lying. Look, it's your boy AngeloSavage. Tell me what y'all think about this in the comments section. I'm just passionate about this situation. It's just sad that we're taking away our Second Amendment right, because then eventually there's not going to be a Second Amendment right to protect your first. It's your boy AngeloSavage. Tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section. Don't forget, it's the boy Savage Report. Let's go.